Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the KSL Sports Rewind. I'm Adam Mason. Tonight, welcome to Skyline High School as the Eagles will take on the Vikings from Viewmont. Viewmont coming in with a 9-14 record overall, 4-9, 6th in region, and the Skyline Eagles coming in with a 3-19, 1-12 in region, and 8th in region. Starters for tonight: number 1, Lucas Toner; number 2, Will Warden; number 11, Tyson Bromley; number 13, Carson Tovey; and number 25, Adam Henderson for the Vikings. Number 1, Jace Bishop; number 3, Shane Mulvey; number 10, Mason Frazier; number 12, Thomas Sunderland; and number 33, Luke Sanchez. Vikings in their road. Tyson Bromley gets on the board first. The Vikings in their maroon road uniforms and Skyline in their blue, baby blue home uniforms. In the corner for 3, splash for Jace Bishop. So Skyline takes their first lead of the game. I'm going to call a foul. And they'll call that on number 10, Mason Frazier. First team foul. Now Bromley with the left-hand yo-yo goes around the screen, pulls up for a jump shot at the free throw line, and it's off. Fight for the board, and Toner gets it. Back to Bromley. Bromley kicks it out to Tovey. Tovey shuffles his feet in the lane, and he'll get called for a travel. Cross-court pass, now set up to Shane Mulvey, who takes a jump shot, and it's off the mark. And Will Warden gets it for the Vikings. Now Toner in the right corner. Back up to Bromley, to Warden, to Tovey in the corner. And it's off, but he'll get his own rebound with the hit coming long off the rim. Bromley's going to drive the lane with the left hand, goes up, layup is good. So Bromley gets his second bucket of the game. And a long three-point shot goes long for Shane Mulvey. And a tap nearly taken away by Toner. Another three-point shot is short. That was off the mark for Mason Frazier. And looking down inside for Adam Henderson, and it's tipped away. Henderson now kicks it back out to Tovey. Carson Tovey drives the alley, goes up, tries to hammer it home, and it falls off the rim. Mason Frazier now leads the breakout to Jace Bishop. Bishop drives inside, maybe extended that arm out as he tried to drive the baseline, and the official's going to call a charge. Vikings coming off a loss against Woods Cross on Tuesday, 66-47. The Eagles, in their last game, they picked up a home win against Brighton, 49-46 for their first region win, and Will Warden gets his first bucket of the game. And might have gotten away with a travel, but cross-court pass and a three-point shot is short for Thomas Sunderland. Now Bromley drives, kicks it out to Warden. Now to Carson Tovey. And the Vikings will reset. 4:52 left in the first period. Now Tyson Bromley out to Toner. So they're working back into Warden. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Toner's got to drive in. They're going to call a foul on the pass. They called that on Jace Bishop. And taken away by Shane Mulvey. Mulvey's going to drive all the way with the right hand, and it's off. The putback is down for Jesse Nielsen, who checked into the game. And that pass taken away by Sunderland. 4:11 left in the first. Now Shane Mulvey is going to go around the screen, a pick and roll, and all the way to the hoop, and it's just off. I'm sure Luke Sanchez driving to the hoop would like that one back. Had a decent look, just couldn't get it to go. Checking in for the Eagles is number 42, Owen Clark. And Toner driving the baseline and tries to get it out to Warden, and it's knocked out of bounds by Sunderland. 3:44 left in the first. Vikings lead at 6-5 early. Toner inbounds on the baseline. Gets it out to Bromley. Bromley fakes, and now he's going to drive inside. Loses his footing, and Tovey saves it out to Lucas Toner. Back to Tovey in the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lucas Toner straight away. He's going to go around the screen of Henderson. Pick and roll. Henderson has a look. Someone's got to put it up. Bromley does. And it's off the rim. A nice board for Jesse Nielsen to Sunderland. Looking inside. Nielsen will take a push shot in the lane, and it's good. That nice little 8-foot jump shot. So Jesse Nielsen gets his second bucket. And the Eagles retake the lead. Bromley in the right corner. To Lucas Toner. Toner drives the alley. Finds Henderson alone underneath, and he gets the bucket. Jesse Nielsen, another look inside, and it just rolls out. And Will Warden gets that layup to go, and that's his second bucket of the period. And now Coach Marcus Frazier wants to talk it over. We'll keep it here on the KSL Sports Rewind. Actually, full timeout. We will take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back into the KSL Sports Rewind. And a corner three is up and down for number 42, Owen Clark. So we're all tied up at 10, 1:57 left in the first, and Carson Tovey had an easy look, and it was just a little short. Pushing ahead to Jesse Nielsen. He goes up, right hand layup. It's good. Count it. And an opportunity for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Number 15, Jake Larson picks up that foul. So Jesse Nielsen has 3 buckets in this period. He's got 6. Looking for his 7th. And it's long. And a tip out by Frazier. So the Eagles will regroup with a fresh shot clock. 1:40 left in the first. Cross-court pass taken away by Larson. Larson out to Toner. And looking for Ammon Erickson inside, and it's thrown away. Owen Clark now and kicks it back out. And being double teamed, Frazier's going to take it inside, fakes the shot, gets it out to Owen Clark, and that's far left. Bromley will lead the break. And are they going to call kick? Yep. Kick ball on that possession. Checking in will be Brett Tovey for the Vikings. Checking back in will be Shane Mulvey for the Eagles. 1:07 left in the first. Larson looking for Erickson inside. He finds him. Pass into the corner to Tovey. Splash! A three-point shot is down for Brett Tovey. And nice save there by Owen Clark. Just trying to prevent it from going out of bounds and keeping it in, and it went off Carson Tovey. 48 seconds left in the first period. Vikings lead at 13-12 over the Eagles. And driving in the lane is Mulvey. He pulls up for a jump shot, and it's off. Brett Tovey now leads it to Larson. Larson's going to drive the alley. Spin move with the left hand, and it's off, but he drew a foul. See, are they going to call that on Warwick Daines? Let's see what the official call is. Indeed, that's on number 50, Warwick Daines. And Jake Larson will get a couple of free throws. And the first one is off. And the second one is good. So Jake Larson gets on the board. Inside to Frazier. Get it back out to Nielsen, and they'll set up with Mulvey. Cross-court pass to Owen Clark. Clark gets bumped, and they'll call a foul. 14 seconds left. Shot clock is now off. Frazier now in the corner for three. Good if it goes, it's off. And now Brett Tovey will lead the break. He's going to drive the alley. Someone's got to put up a shot, and it will not count. So that'll do it for the first period. Vikings lead at 14-12. Innovative Labs is a leading contract development manufacturing organization helping health and wellness brands create high-absorption products and taking products from an initial idea all the way through production at scale. From formulation breakthroughs to operational upgrades, Innovative Labs continually invests in science, technology, and infrastructure to support our partners' growth. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. So at the end of the first quarter, the Vikings lead at 14-12. T-Box focuses on coaching, clubs, and community. It is simply the best to improve your golf game. Schedule a TPI assessment, start a trial membership, and purchase your next set of clubs with a free custom fitting using TrackMan and FORJ technology. As we just begin second quarter action, Jesse Nielsen was the leading scorer for the Eagles in that first period. He had 6. He leads all scorers. Mulvey now kicks it back out to Thomas Sunderland. Back to Mulvey for 3, and it's short. And Jesse Nielsen gets the board, looking inside to Owen Clark. Clark got in a little bit of trouble. Now to Daines for 3, and it's short. and in a bit of trouble, kicks it back out for three. Money for Zendon Wilson. Nice high arcing shot for Zendon Wilson. Warwick Danes now on the right wing. Owen Clark now. Crossover, drives the alley. Gets it out to Sunderland for three, and it's off. Thomas Sunderland's had a couple good looks, just can't get him to go. Wilson now. Looking for Larson. And now they'll set up with Brett Tovey. Zendon Wilson loses the handle, and Jesse Nielsen gets it. Mulvey now drives the alley, goes up with the right hand, and it's off. And they're going to call a foul in the act of shooting. Let's see who they give that foul to. Carson Tovey picks up the foul. That's his first. Shane Mulvey will shoot a couple of free throws. And his first is off the rim. Second free throw rolls off as well. Looked good for Shane Mulvey, but rolled off the rim. 6:26 left in the second. Brett Tovey, front court right side. Now to Carson Tovey. They work it around, so Larson back to Zendon Wilson. Wilson. Now to Carson Tovey. He's got an angle baseline and looks for Ammon Erickson, and he can't handle the pass. Shane Mulvey will lead the break. Mulvey with the right-handed yo-yo. It's going to go around the screen of Danes, and they trap him, and they're going to call a timeout. And it'll be a full timeout. We'll take a break here as well on the Rewind Sports Network. After the Rewind Sports Network, I'm Adam Mason. We're here at Skyline High School, where the Vikings lead at 17-12 in the second quarter. 5:40 left. Shane Mulvey fakes, and he's cut off bit on the baseline. Now out to Warwick Danes. Danes looking inside to Luke Sanchez. Sanchez loses it, and Brett Tovey leads it to Larson. And now Zendon Wilson will set up the offense for the Vikings. Tovey fakes like he's going around the screen and just dribbled it off his leg. Tough break. Had a look at the straight shot to the rim there. Shane Mulvey crosses the timeline, front court right side. A little clogged in the offense there, but Warwick Danes has it. Finds Mulvey, and a turnover, yes. Jake Larson leads it out to Zendon Wilson for three, and it's short. Brett Tovey back to Wilson. Wilson's going to try again, and it's off the glass. And Sunderland leads the break off of the long rebound. He goes up, Euro step. Oh, with the left hand. Thomas Sunderland gets his first bucket of the game. First bucket of the quarter as well for the Eagles. Jake Larson finds a cutting Brett Tovey with the right hand. Brett Tovey just moving without the basketball and just cut baseline. Nice play there by Tovey. And inside Thomas Sunderland, they're going to call a foul on Jake Larson. Yep. It'll be the first team foul for the Eagles. Or sorry, that's the second team foul for the Vikings. .403 left in the second. Now Sunderland's going to drive the baseline. Gets cut off. He's going to pull up for a jump shot anyway. Nice defense there by the Vikings. Now Lucas Toner finds Toby. Toby's going to drive the alley with the left hand, and it's off. Fight for the rebound. Henderson gets it. Put back is no good. Mason Frazier crosses the timeline. And looking for Sanchez inside. He goes up with the right hand, and I think they're going to call that on Brett Tovey. Yep. That's the third team foul. First on Brett Tovey, but that's the third team foul with 3:27 left. So the Eagles might be able to be aggressive, driving inside, see if they can draw some fouls, get themselves to the free throw line. Luke Sanchez gets his first point of the game. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddups Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddups Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text them at 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. So the second free throw was good for Sanchez. I'm going to call a foul on number 12, Thomas Sunderland. That's his first team foul. Checking back into the game is Owen Clark for the Eagles. The Vikings will inbound on the baseline. Back to Toner in the corner. Toner's going to just drive all the way with the layup. It's off. Good look for Lucas Toner. Just couldn't get it in. Sunderland's going to take it himself all the way inside. Oh, tough bucket for Thomas Sunderland. And the Eagles pull within one. 2:50 left in the second. Going inside was Tyson Bromley. And they'll call that on Luke Sanchez. That's his first. Second team foul. Good call by the officials. Sanchez had his arms straight up, but it was kind of retreating, and that's why they call a blocking foul. So Bromley gets the first free throw to go. Checking back in for the Eagles is number 50, Warwick Daines. I beg your pardon, that's two on Luke Sanchez. And the second is good for Tyson Bromley. He now has 6. So 21. And the three-point shot is off. And it goes out of bounds. Vikings will get possession. 21-18 in favor of the Vikings, 2:36 left in the second. Toner down to Bromley. Bromley fakes, finds Adam Henderson, and he'll kick it back out to Carson Tovey. And the Vikings will reset. Toner back to Carson Tovey. Tovey leading scorer for the Vikings, averaging 15 a game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bromley has it hit out of bounds by Jesse Nielsen. 8 seconds on the shot clock for the Vikings. Lucas Toner. And Toner's going to drive all the way to the hoop. Toner gets his first bucket of the game. Nice take for the senior. Jesse Nielsen goes up with the right hand, and it's short. Now Bromley, he's going to drive the alley. Goes up with the left hand. Oh, in traffic. Tyson Bromley now has 8. And Sunderland's going to drive all the way, and he draws a foul. Let's see who they call that on. I think they'll call that on Carson Tovey. That's his second. So Thomas Sunderland will get a couple free throws. Vikings have their largest lead of the game so far at 25-18. Sunderland's first is off. And the second is good. Sunderland has 5 in this period. Now Bromley fakes the jump shot, finds Henderson. Henderson's just going to make some move inside with the right-hand layup. Adam Henderson gets his second bucket. Are they going to call a foul again on Tyson Bromley? So that's the bonus, though. So free throws for Mason Frazier. Frazier's first is up and swish. Mason Frazier gets his first point. Frazier's second is up, and it rolls off the rim. And the rebound goes to Nash Johnson. Kicks it out to Brett Tovey. Back to Johnson. 1:05 left in the first half. Lucas Toner. Out to Brett Tovey. Goes around the, almost goes around the screen of Henderson. Now Toner is going to drive the alley. Nowhere to go, and they're going to call a travel. Establish that pivot foot and then change to the other foot. Nice call by the officials. Nice defense there by the Eagles as well, collapsing on the driving player. Getting himself caught in traffic. 40 seconds left. Nearly lost out of bounds. And now Brett Tovey will steal it. He finds Lucas Toner. Toner kicks it out to Tovey in the corner. He's going to drive the baseline. Goes up, and let's see, they're going to call that before the shot on Owen Clark, number 42 for the Eagles. So on the baseline, 30 seconds left. Vikings looking to inbound. Finds Adam Henderson. Henderson looking to make his move, and he loses the handle, and Sunderland gets it. Sunderland is going to drive all the way with the push shot, and it's off. He gets his own rebound. Still plenty of time. They can reset. Jesse Nelson down into Sunderland. Sunderland with the left hand. Thomas Sunderland, who is the Eagles' leading scorer with 15, now has 9 in this period, and that shot is no good. That shot was no good for Lucas Toner. So that will do it for the first half. T-Box focuses on coaching, clubs, and community. It is simply the best place to improve your golf game. Schedule a TPI assessment, start a trial membership, and purchase your next set of clubs with a free custom fitting using TrackMan and Forge technology. Innovative Labs is a leading contract development manufacturing organization helping health and wellness brands create high absorption products and taking products from an initial idea all the way through production at scale. From formulation, breakthroughs, to operational upgrades, Innovative Labs continually invests in science, technology, and infrastructure to support our partners' growth. So 27-22 here at the half. And we will be back in just a bit on the Rewind Sports Network.
So now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
Tap Spend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network. on KSL Sports. I'm Adam Mason. The Vikings lead it 27-22 into halftime. They outscored the Vikings after the first period, led 14-12, and they outscored the Eagles 13-10 in the second. Leading scorer for the Vikings is number 11, Tyson Bromley. He has 8. Next leading scorer is Brett Tobey, who has 5. Then sharing the load offensively is the Vikings. Leading scorer for the Eagles is number 12, Thomas Sunderland. He had 7, all coming in that second period. He had 7 of their 10 points. So, nice quarter there for the junior. Next leading scorer for the Eagles is number 11, Jesse Nielsen. He has 6. And all of those came in the first period. So, Nielsen carried them through the first, and Sunderland carried them through the second. This game is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. As we begin the third quarter, Bromley finds Warden in the corner. Now to Carson Tovey in the right corner. And a spin in the lane out to Bromley for 3, and it's long. And I think Carson Tovey might get called for a loose ball foul. Let's see who they call this on. Yep, indeed, they do call that on Carson Tovey. That's his 3rd. He is the leading scorer for the Vikings, averaging 14.1 points per game. So Carson Tovey's got to play without fouling. Sunderland looking for Sanchez, and he finds him. Inside to Sunderland, who's double-teamed, out to Mason Frazier in the corner for 3, and it bounces in! Oh, for Jace Bishop. All right. That is a shooter's touch right there with the friendly bounce. And Mason Frazier knocks it out of bounds. That was a big bounce, too. That bounced up off the rim and near the shot clock at the same level of the shot clock and then went through the net. 6:58 left in the third period. Henderson looking for Warden. Lucas Toner shuffled his feet as he tried to make his move, and then they'll call a travel. 27-25. The Vikings lead it. Shane Mulvey crosses the timeline. And he nearly loses it, but Sunderland gets it. He goes up with the right hand. He continues where he left off in that second period. And now the Eagles tie it up, 27-all. Bromley in the lane, push shot off the backboard. So Bromley is now in double figures. Sunderland gets it out to Mulvey. Mulvey on the right wing. He's going to go around the screen of Sanchez. Pick and roll. And a cross-court pass. And Jace Bishop threw it away. And so the Vikings will lead it. Tovey fakes the 3, gets it to Toner, who drives the baseline. Gets it to Bromley for 3 in the corner. And it's off. And Sunderland gets the board. Now to Shane Mulvey as he looks for Sanchez down low. Sanchez has a look, In the corner to Bishop for three. Money! Back-to-back threes for Jace Bishop for the Eagles. And Skyline retakes the lead, 30-29. Lucas Toner goes around the screen. Gets it out to Bromley. Tyson Bromley out to Carson Tovey. And they'll regroup. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bromley just goes around and gets the layup to go, and he draws a foul. And Mason Frazier picks up his second. So the Vikings retake the lead. And Bromley gets the three-point play. So 32-30 in favor of the Vikings, 4:50 left in the third. Shane Mulvey's going to drive the alley. Gets it out to Thomas Sunderland. Sunderland's going to pull up for a jump shot. Oh, smooth. Thomas Sunderland now in double figures with 11. And we're all tied, 32, 4.5 minutes left in the third. And Mason Frazier, nice anticipation. It's off the Eagles, but nice defense there by Mason Frazier. Ammon Erickson, who just checks in, will inbound. Over to Tyson Bromley. Bromley gets into the paint, gets it over to Toner. Cross-court pass to Carson Tovey, who fakes the three. Goes up with the right-hand scoop shot. Or left-hand scoop shot, I beg your pardon. The southpaw gets it to go. And the three-point shot is down for Shane Mulvey. That's 3 threes for the Eagles in this period. Ammon Erickson. And the shot is off the rim, and they're going to call a loose ball foul, or they're going to call that on Adam Henderson. As he was just fighting for the board. Adam Henderson picks up his first. 3:44 left in the third. Eagles lead at 35-34. Looking for Sanchez down low, and the cross-court pass to Nielsen. They're going to call a foul as he was making that pass. And they'll call that on number 44, Ammon Erickson, his first. That's the third team foul for the Vikings. Luke Sanchez trying to bully his way to the hoop, and it falls off the rim. Toner up to Carson Tovey. And Jake Larson was stuck, so he kicks it out, and they'll reset. Bromley with the push shot and with the left hand. Tyson Bromley now with 7 in this period alone. And the Vikings retake the lead. Back and forth we go. 3:05 left in the third. Jesse Nielsen now to Sunderland. Sunderland at the free throw line. Makes his move, goes up with the right hand, and it's good. Nice move. That first step is quite a first step for Thomas Sunderland. And a foul before the shot. And they'll call that on number 11, Jesse Nielsen. That's his first, second team foul for the Eagles. Bromley now, and the shot doesn't draw iron, and now Sunderland will lead the break. Finds Bishop for 3, and it's off. Carson Tovey now finds Tyson Bromley. Back to Tovey. Larson. Now to Bromley in the right corner. He's going to drive the baseline. Nowhere to go. Gets it out to Erickson. Erickson now to Carson Tovey. Tovey in the lane. Goes up with the left hand, and it's off. Shot it a little long. 2:10 left in the third. Eagles lead at 37-36. Thomas Sunderland, who has 13, finds Luke Sanchez all alone underneath, and it's off, but they'll call a foul, and if they call that on Carson Tovey, that's his fourth. And they do. So Carson Tovey may need to take a break here. See what the Vikings do with the substitution. Sanchez's first is good. And number 5, Brett Tovey, will check in the game for the Vikings. Sanchez's second is true. 39-36, 150 left in the third now. Tyson Bromley goes around the screen of Ammon Erickson. Kicks back out to Larson. Now Toner to Brett Tovey. Tovey's going to drive the alley. Goes up with the left hand, and it's good. And he draws a foul. Southpaw driving left gets the bucket to go, and that foul will be called on Jesse Nielsen for the Eagles. That's his second. Now, Tyson Bromley is left-handed, so you don't want to let him just go left-handed so easily, but Bromley is having himself quite a period in this third, as he has a three-point play there. 1:23 left in the third. Alvey is trapped, and now he'll kick back out to Sanchez. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Mason Frazier, free throw line jump shot is short, and Larson gets the board. Tyson Bromley now to Toner. Lucas Toner gets it over to Brett Tovey, driving baseline. And the sophomore gets another bucket. And the Vikings take the lead again, and Sanchez, his layup is good. Indeed, back and forth we go. 38 seconds left in the period. Brett Tovey in the lane. Oh, what a move. He crossed him over and gets the left-handed layup. Vikings lead at 43-41. 21 seconds. Shot clock is off. Here in the third. Mason Frazier gets it over to Shane Mulvey. Goes around the screen to Sanchez. He's trapped. Finds Jesse Nielsen over to Mason Frazier. Frazier puts it up. Had a couple of seconds. Might have been able to do something. Toner, good if it goes. Then it's off. So the Vikings led it by 5 at the end of the first half. Here at the end of the third, they only lead it by 2, 43-41. We'll be back in just a moment on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back to the KSL Sports Rewind here at Skyline High School, where the Vikings lead at 43-41 heading into the fourth. And the Eagles outscored the Vikings 19-16 there in the third. I'm going to call a foul on number 15, Jake Larson. That's his third. First team foul right out of the gate for the Vikings. Tyson Bromley had 10 of the 16 points for the Eagles in that third period. So nice work by the senior. Cross-court pass to Nielsen for three. Splash! And the Eagles go back up 44-43 over the Vikings. Bromley in the lane. And the push shot is good. Sunderland, he's going to try a three of his own. Why not? Sunderland, no hesitation, just pulled up. And Larson gets the layup. Jake Larson gets his third point. Bunch of scoring taking place here early in the fourth. Sunderland for three again, and it's off. Bromley now. Oh, and number 4, Garrett Glee, I'm sure would like to have that one back. And a loose ball foul is going to be called. And then we'll give that to Brett Tovey, his second. Garrett Glee sure would love to have that one back. He looked like it may have slipped out of his hands as he was going up with the right hand for the layup. 6:34 left in the fourth. And a three-point shot is off the rim for Shane Mulvey. And now Tyson Bromley is going to go around the screen. And he has an angle to the hoop with the left hand, and it rolls off the rim, but he drew a foul. And they'll call that on Jace Bishop, his second. So Bromley with that last bucket now has 20 in the game. And these are unofficial stats, and the first one is off. 6:11 left in the game here. Bromley's second is up and good. So the Vikings have a 1-point lead. Shane Mulvey, front court left side. Goes baseline, kicks it out to Daines, who almost throws it away. And now they'll regroup. Daines will try a three this time. And it's money! Warwick Daines gets his first bucket of the game, and it's a three-point shot, and a big one at that. Every bucket counts now as coming down the stretch. Bromley's going to draw a foul on Nielsen, I believe. Indeed, they call that on Jesse Nielsen. That's his third. So the Vikings trail it 50-48 against the Eagles. Larson now to Brett Tovey. Tovey is going to let the offense set up. Inside to Lee. Lee, they're going to call a foul on Jesse Nielsen as they trying to battle inside the paint there. And that's going to be 4 on Jesse Nielsen. 5.5 minutes left. Gary Glee. They're going to call a travel. As he was trying to make his move, it looked like he kind of lost his footing, and so he fell, and the official's going to call him for a travel. Jace Bishop crosses the timeline. He's going to take it all the way to the rack, and it's off. Gary Glee can't quite recover, and I thought he might have traveled. Tovey for three, and it's in and out. Nice board by Luke Sanchez, and they're going to call a foul. Are they going to call that on Larson or Tovey or Bromley? They'll call that on Bromley. That's his first. 5:05 left in the fourth. Every possession counts now for each side right now. Thomas Sunderland, he's going to pull up for three. And it's no good. Toner now. Spin move in the lane. Out to Tovey for three. Oh, money over the outstretched arm of the defender, Warwick Daines, and Brett Tovey gets himself in double figures with that three. What a shot by Brett Tovey. And so now the Vikings lead at 51-50. What a back and forth game we've had here in the second half. Well, we all love spending time supporting our high school teams. Waddups Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddups Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text them at 801-683-3663. Again, that's 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program. This game is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. So Brett Tovey with that three puts him at 12 points. And the scoring load has been Tyson Bromley and Brett Tovey. So far, Bromley has 21 and Brett Tovey has 12. Leading scorer for the Eagles is number 12, Thomas Sunderland, with 16. Looking for Luke Sanchez, and it's taken away by the Vikings. And it's almost recovered by Sunderland. Larson now. He's going to drive the alley. Gets it over to Henderson. And now the Vikings will reset. Tovey to Larson. Larson drives inside and he loses it off his leg. Yeah, I think that's Eagles possession. .416 left in the fourth. Vikings only have a 1-point lead. Shane Mulvey, front court straight away. He lets the offense run its set, and he was looking for Thomas Sunderland. May have thought he was flaring out to the corner, and Sunderland, just a little miscue there between him and his point guard. 4:05 left in the fourth. Lucas Toner will bring it up slowly. Gets it over to Tyson Bromley. Bromley, good job forcing him right, and he goes up with the left hand, and it's off. And Jace Bishop, I beg your pardon, had the board and was trying to save it and threw it off his teammate. Tough break there for the Eagles. Tovey fakes the three, drives inside. Now to Toner for three in the corner, and it's off. But Larson gets the board, and he clears it back out to Brett Tovey. Tovey drives the baseline, goes up with the right hand. Oh, tough move for Brett Tovey. He puts it over the outstretched arms of Luke Sanchez. Big bucket for the Vikings. 3:20 left in the fourth. Sunderland being trapped near midcourt. He breaks through, and are they going to call a timeout? And that, indeed, as good timeout called by Coach Frazier. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in just a moment on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to the Rewind Sports Network, streaming on KSL Sports. I'm Adam Mason. Welcome into Skyline High School. 3:16 left in the fourth. If you're just joining in, it's been a back and forth battle. The Eagles have had the lead a few times in this second half. The Vikings have also had it, and right now the Vikings lead at 53-50, 3:10 left. And nice steal there by Carson Tovey as Alvey got trapped at midcourt and tried to make a pass. 3 minutes left. Lucas Toner now drives inside, gets it out to Adam Henderson. Back to Carson Tovey. Tovey finds a cutting Brett Tovey, who gets his 7th point of the period. been impressed with Brett Tovey's ability to move without the basketball and just cutting to the hoop. Sunderland with a big board and a putback. Nice response for the Eagles. Tyson Bromley finds Carson Tovey in the lane. And nowhere to go. Nice defense there by Sanchez, but Tovey gets it back. Now Brett Tovey clears it out to Tyson Bromley, and a fresh shot clock for the Vikings. Two minutes left in the game. Brett Tovey with the right-hand push shot, and it's off. And now Sunderland drives inside, kicks it out to Bishop. In the corner to Nielsen for three, and it's short. It looked good for Jesse Nielsen. And now the Vikings will slow it up. Playing possession here. The Eagles need a stop. And the Vikings could put some pressure on the Eagles with a bucket of their own. Carson Tovey out to Tyson Bromley. Bromley goes left-handed and finds Adam Henderson. I don't know how Tyson Bromley found him. He was trapped in no man's land. And they'll call a foul on number 12, Thomas Sunderland. Adam Henderson with a couple of big free throws for the Vikings, and the first one rims out. 1:13 left in the game. A free throw going in for Henderson would make it a two-possession game. And it's off. So the Eagles still breathing. Jace Bishop. 1:07 left. He finds the point guard, Shane Mulvey. Mulvey looking for Sunderland. They find him. He's looking for Sanchez down low. Are they going to call a foul on Adam Henderson? That's his second. That was the 14th foul. So that's your last foul to give on either side. So the Vikings need to play defense straight up. Sunderland, they find him underneath, and the bucket is good! Thomas Sunderland with the 7th point of the period, and it's getting interesting here at down the stretch. 41 seconds left, and the Vikings clinging to a 1-point lead. The Vikings wisely trying to use as much clock as they can. Toner finds Carson Tovey. Tovey almost loses the handle. He's inside with the right hand layup. Big bucket for Carson Tovey. Eagles not out of it yet. Alvey gets called for the travel as he just lost his footing. Tough break for the Eagles. Alvey might have twisted something. Maybe he's coming up a little gingerly. I've been in that situation when you come to a complete stop like that with your jump stop and you lose the footing just a little bit and you twist something. Those hurt. So the Vikings will get possession with 14 seconds left, and the Eagles will play the foul game as we come down the stretch. Carson Tovey averages 14.1 points per game. He's been super quiet tonight as he only was scoreless in the first half. He's been battling a little bit of foul trouble. Had only 2 in the third quarter and has only 2 in the fourth, but none bigger than that last bucket as he just drove the lane and found his spot, went up with the right hand. So nice play for Carson Tovey, the 6'4" senior. Adam Henderson. They find Tyson Bromley. And nice full court pressure, and Owen Clark fouls Tyson Bromley. Or I beg your pardon, it wasn't Bromley, it was Brett Tovey. Tovey will shoot a couple free throws. Nice full court pressure there by the Eagles, just trying to see if they could get a steal, and the first is good for Brett Tovey. He now has 17. Brett Tovey gets the second. (59-54), and Toner gets the board, and Albee will foul him. So Lucas Toner will shoot a couple free throws as we come down with 6 seconds left. His first is out, but the Vikings have a 5-point lead. And the second is good. 60-54. Albee's gonna put it up, and it goes in and out to end the game. The Vikings, they earned that one. Eagles gave them a run for their money there, but down the stretch, the Vikings leaned on their seniors and their sophomore Brett Tovey. Tovey had 9 in that fourth quarter alone. Brett Tovey did. And he finishes with 18 overall. Tyson Bromley carried the load offensively for the Vikings. He finishes with 21. Thomas Sunderland, he has finished with 20 points. He was the leading scorer for the Eagles. Jace Bishop had 9, and Jesse Nielsen also had 9 to help out for the Eagles. So the Vikings improved to 10-14 overall and 5-9 in region play, and the Eagles dropped to 3-20 overall and 1-13 in region. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.